welcome back to the restaurant show. So excited to be on location today at the Chocolaterian and sipping on one of their personal made blends provided by Just Coffee Cooperative because we're talking about brunch today. I'd like to introduce you guys to the head chef, Alex.
Hi, guys.
And the co-owner, Leanne. Thank you so much for being with us today and having me.
We're happy to have you here.
So excited to be here. As I mentioned, I probably caught your attention because I said brunch. One of my favorite things to do with family and friends on the weekends. Just a great way to get together, especially, on a Saturday or a Sunday morning. And I want to hear about your new brunch menu.
Well, we're happy to talk about it.
Awesome.
So our brunch menu is an extension of our from-scratch cooking that we have at the cafe. And we've got wonderful house-made croissants, and we're using those in a savory application today, a house-cured pork belly Benedict.
Ooh.
And I'm going to turn it over to our head chef, Alex, to show us how to make it.
I'm excited about this one. It sounds super savory and
It is.
decadent.
It's very decadent. It's very fatty. It's
Sure.
definitely a process. So we start out with our raw pork belly. It comes in big slabs.
Sure.
It gets cured in salt, aromatics, garlics, parsley, just a lot of good flavors going on in there. It sits in this cure for about a day, and then it gets rinsed off and it gets cooked in duck fat. For about 6 hours. That duck fat penetrates deep into the pork, gives it amazing flavor, and it just melts in your mouth when you eat it. So
Amazing.
I'm gonna show you what the next step of it looks like after it's been cooked.
Okay.
Nice and crispy, almost looks like bacon.
Yeah, almost like very thick bacon.
It is, yes, absolutely.
The best bacon.
So then we're gonna use our homemade croissants that we do here in the house. Very beautiful, light and
Gorgeous.
buttery and fluffy.
I mean, I love a good Eggs Benedict. I haven't seen them very often, though, with croissants. So I think that's something kind of unique that you guys are offering.
Yeah, we're trying to set ourselves apart, do something that is personal and a little bit more exciting. Then the next part is, this is called an onsen egg, and it's an old traditional Japanese way of cooking eggs.
Okay.
They create this custardy, velvety texture to the egg yolk. And they're cooked for an hour and 45 minutes, but they're not overcooked.
Dedication to eggs.
Yes, absolutely. Gotta love the egg. And as you will see how it's still a little bit runny?
Yeah.
But it's perfect. The texture of it
Gorgeous.
is absolutely beautiful. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
It's amazing.
Without
right?
even breaking the yolk.
Yep, and it's super easy, and they come out perfect every single time. So you get 2 of these bad boys on there.
Because we want our guests to be able to break the yolk.
There we go. Isn't that the best part? When you
always
get
the
the
best
dish
part.
and you're able to do that first bite, that first, fork
And
right
then
into the egg.
we finish with a charred tomato hollandaise, and we also have confit tomatoes that have been cooked in duck fat as well with a little bit of aromatics. So this is a little bit of like a heart attack, I would say.
Oh, in the
But
best
in a good
way. In the best way. And I mean, that's really what brunch, I feel like, that's what I want when I go out to brunch, on the weekends. Maybe you've been a little bit healthier during the week, and on Saturdays or a Sunday, you really want to just unwind and have something delicious because you deserve it.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. The next step to this, to finish it off just a little bit, because there is so much fat going on in there, we like to do a little petite salad. So we have fresh watercress right here,
Gorgeous.
a little bit of frisée, and just some fresh herbs, just to kind of
Beautiful.
knock it down. And then to cut through all that fat, we have fennel citrus vinaigrette. It just brightens up the dish, to the next level. I'd say.
Absolutely.
And
Oh my gosh. And I mean, when there's a little greenery, that balances out all the duck fat, right?
Sure does.
Support.
Sure does. It doesn't make you feel as guilty about it.
Exactly.
You're going to find that the cherry tomatoes are super sweet because they've been cooked down and charred, so it's
Okay.
just this explosion of flavor. You're going to find the sharpness of the
beautiful.
greens just complement that for you. We should have you have a taste of that, shouldn't we?
I would love a taste. That sounds fantastic.
Probably should have brought a fork, but you get to break the egg yolk with a spoon.
I'm excited. This is what it's all about, people. I want to do this right for the camera. Oh, look at that.
It's just
so
a
you all
custard
can
texture.
see it. Oh, that's perfect. And I want to mention too, you guys also, it sounds like you have a sweet Eggs Benedict?
We do, and it's kind of play on Benedict's one of our other chefs helped come up with this idea.
Sure.
And it's really cool. So what we did is try to recreate egg. See how that looks? It
Yeah.
almost looks like a real egg, but it's a vanilla panna cotta and a passion fruit curd on the inside of it.
Wow.
Super tasty and kind of tropical because of the passion fruit. What we do for
Gorgeous.
that as well, we use the same croissants, but in a different application.
Sure.
Homemade berry jam
Oh, yum.
that goes on it.
So this is like a dessert breakfast.
It is.
That's the best kind. I could totally see, maybe you come here with your friends or family, and maybe you get one of the more savory, and then maybe you get the sweet, and then you get to have a little taste of both.
Absolutely.
In the kitchen, we like
Okay.
to play with fire.
I was gonna say, this is always fun when there's tools involved.
Absolutely.
And so what we're doing here is just warming up the outside of the ramekin, and that's going to warm up the panna cotta in the inside to release it. So it's just
Oh.
going to drop right down on the croissant, so it's going to kind of make it look like an egg that's just falling over that croissant.
Ooh, except the egg yolk broke. I
that
didn't give
happens
you
sometimes.
ours.
I don't think it matters when it tastes that good,
Right.
right? Am I
And then
right?
it's finished with some berries and homemade white wine Sauvignon sauce.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so instead of the hollandaise, this is a cold version, which is sweet.
Sure.
And so that is our sweet Benedict.
I love that. And you get everything you need for brunch.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
And along with brunch, what's brunch without a mimosa?
I mean, I wasn't going to say anything, Leanne, but I think you're right. Wow, to top it all off,
And to
great
top it-
coffee, great mimosas.
And we house candy some cranberries here because
fantastic.
we're in Wisconsin and everybody loves a good cranberry in Wisconsin. So
Absolutely.
a house-made
I'm gonna
mimosa with candied cranberries.
Take a sip on this, and I also want to know, you guys are introducing brunch at your Atwood location before we go?
Absolutely. So our location in 2004 Atwood Avenue in Madison, we'll be having our same brunch menu in about 30 days or so. And what's fun about the Atwood location is that you can actually see into the kitchen watching everything being made. So it's a little bit of a treat.
Well, thank you so much for having us today. I wish we had more time. I want to eat some more food. This is so great. I could stay here all day. You might not get rid of me. Again, Alex and Leanne over here at the Chocolaterian, thank you guys so much for having us. We appreciate
you.
it.
Thank
and
you.
we'll be back more with the restaurant show right after the break.